Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your Astro Guidance, the new and improved. It's like a shampoo, okay? New and improved formula. So, welcome to your Astro Guidance. We're going to be looking at Saturn transiting in Aquarius. A lot of astrologers, of course, are waiting for this because we always predict we always discuss the transit of two major planets: Jupiter, the most auspicious, and Saturn, basically the most malefic. Now, why is it important? Because Saturn would stay 2.5 years in a zodiac. So this is something that you would need to be focusing on. And it's 2.5 years. It's gonna be a life-changing okay moment wherever Saturn is. Because it's gonna be there, it's gonna be a long period of time, unlike Moon or Mars or Mercury or Venus. So then it's a lot of focus. A lot of things can happen in that particular house. Now, before we start, I do want to invite you guys for the Astro Guidance Workshop, just in case you guys, how to say this, would like because we're doing a class on Astro Guidance, which is we're all together, and then I will be able to guide you and interpret your Vedic sidereal chart. Okay, so it's a short course. Don't be scared. We're gonna just look into the basic. That way, you're able to interpret your own chart. Okay, so I'll put that in the description, Astro Guidance. And if you don't know your chart, you're able also to get your 2023 prediction. There, you can get it, the Astronova, so go get that. Okay, just in case you don't know your Vedic sidereal placement. Again, this is not Western. So let's see, we're gonna look into Saturn. All right. So for the Taurus ascendant and moon sign, this is gonna be a life-changing event with regards to your career. This is the time where you probably will change job or is in a new job, depending, of course, on your dasha, antardasha, ashtak varga. All this has to be considered. Your navamsha, okay, especially if it's 10th house, then we have to look at the shamsha, the D10. Okay, yes, I think it's called the Shamsha, D10. So we have to look at that, okay? Because this is when your business, if you are an entrepreneur, you will spend longer period of time at work, Taurus. If you are working before 8 hours, you probably will be working 12, 16 hours. I've seen it. Mm-hmm. Now, let me tell you why. And I like to fast forward. I like to fast forward. I'm sorry. Because after 2.5 years, you're going to have a lot of money. Okay. So work on the 10th, get the result 2.5 years from now. Now, a lot of people, they don't, they understand the concept of times like, oh, that's long, 2.5 years. But 2.5 years, it's very fast. It's very, very fast. Just try to remember your toxic relationship, how you were there. So I was 7 years. Isn't that like you managed 7 years in a toxic? So you understand me? So let's work hard. 2.5 years is nothing. 2.5 years is nothing. Now, so career, business, a strong focus. It is in Danishta right now. You may feel like, oh, it's a slow process. Okay, if you identify Saturn, Saturn is this energy where Saturn rules time, Kala, and only through time you will reap the benefits. Okay, so you enter a new job, you enter a new business, and then you're seeing it's like, why I'm not seeing result? Why I'm not seeing result? Well, because Saturn takes time, just like any other thing. Let's just say your career right now with what you're going through. Okay, you're gonna master a certain okay PhD, a certain course. You're going to your bachelor's, and I've seen this for a moon in Taurus. I've seen this also for ascendant in Taurus, where they're really because my best friend is Taurus. Okay, like trying to get a lot of work. Okay, like the person already has a full-time job. So for people who doesn't know, um, and I'm as a Taurus myself also, is just like you already have a full-time job and then you would commit and then you would commit and then it's like it is nonstop. Okay. So depending if you are running a dasha where there is a planet in Taurus, if you have Venus in Taurus, Venus dasha, then there's a lot of things manifesting in your career also. Wow, this light is totally serving warmth. Okay. I'm gonna turn this off now, the heater. So going back, sorry, I got distracted over there with your career. So you will overcommit. Okay, you may say it's like, okay, I'm doing that. Okay, which is very known for a Taurus. You got side hustle on top of side hustle on top of side hustle. Okay, so but this is good. This is really good because this is what Saturn wants you to do right now: is to focus on your career, to focus on the where you make the coins, to focus on your business. All right, so that's good. Now I'm gonna explain because like the sun is behind me right now. So having Saturn in the 10th, now where does it aspect? So let me explain what is drishti in very easy, you know. So then the house behind me, okay, the building behind me is, let's just say that's Saturn. It looks into this house, right? So if someone is standing there, it's gonna look into this house. So any planet, well, except Mercury. Mercury does not have aspect. Okay. Yeah, it's only Mercury doesn't have an aspect. Um, Oh, sun and moon also, the luminaries, right? Mercury and sun and moon. Okay. My teleprompter is probably busy. Okay. Mercury and sun and moon does not have aspect, but they always have aspect on the 7th. Okay. So, but Saturn, Saturn is the king of aspects. Okay. It aspects a lot of houses. Okay. You got 3, you got 7, you got 10, you got 11. And isn't it 12 also? So, I don't know if it's 6. I will just aspect all the houses. Okay. That's what Saturn would be. Okay, the king of aspects. It would look into all the houses. That's why when Saturn moves, we get shook. Okay, we get shook at. So coming back. So if Saturn is the house behind me, it would look in here. This is 7th house. So directly opposite of Saturn is Leo. Now, where is Leo for the Taurus? It's gonna be 4th house. So if you are so busy in your career, do you think you will be at your home? No way. And this is when they say, where Saturn looks, where it aspects, it destroys it. Why? It doesn't really destroy it since you have so much time. You're all your time, Saturn rules time, all your time is dedicated in your career. What do you think will happen to the house? No maintenance. Honey, I won't be coming home. I gotta pick up an extra shift. Honey, I can't be there. And can you take care of the kids? If you have a honey, okay. Sal, I can't even get okay sugar, and then you're gonna expect me to have a honey. But if you're single, right? Then this is the time. This is the time where it's just like I'm making money. It's good time for the singles, isn't it not? Right? No attachment, right? But also it destroys the connection with the mom because moon is the 4th house. It's the mom, your home. So you won't be available to your mom, and your mom needs you, right? You're like we call it in my country, anak, anak. Okay. So the mom always calls. It's like I don't have time. That's a common thing. If you have a Saturn exalted, Saturn in Libra, you will never have time for others, for other people that you really have important time because you dedicate your life for the many. If you have exaltation, Saturn in Swati Nakshatra, okay? If you have Saturn in Libra, if you have Saturn Dasha in Libra, well, darling, you're just going to be working for the next 2.5 years. Saturn is in the 6th house. Okay? So coming back, since Saturn destroys anything opposite of it, which is 4th house, if you're working hard, you're traveling, you use your car, 4th house is conveyance. What will happen to the car? It's gonna wear and tear. Exactly. It doesn't really destroy. You spend so much time in one house because Saturn is gonna be there. The other house will be forgotten. So since we see it, we know it, it's about to manifest, then we need to balance the 4th house. You also need to focus on your relationship with your mom, your home life, right? Let's just say you don't even clean the house anymore because you got no time for it. Let me just see. I don't know because I keep mumbling. You have no time for it. So manage that. Okay? Manage that. Now, I see a lot of people with, let's just say, a moon in Taurus over here. There will be separation with their partner. Now, because you're going to be going places, travel can be there. And this is going to be a time where there can be also like a manifestation of like education. Education. Like you're going to be more focused on like, okay, to improve your career, you would have to take certain courses. So that's where it is. But this is, again, this is, Saturn is 0 degrees. It's just starting. This is not like, oh, in the next 2 days, 3 days, you're busy with your career. No, not yet. Not yet. You blink. Okay, it's still not there. It's gonna be like one day at a time. You get it. You get all this opportunity in your business, in your career. It's one after the other. And then later on, you will see that it's like, what did I got myself into? I have so much commitment right now in my 10th house. Society. You said yes to this. I said, yes, I'm going to be there. I said, yes, I'm going to be there. I said, yes to this job, this, and that. Mm-hmm. You will see that slowly. It's 2.5 years. It's going to move to different degrees, nakshatra. Again, depending on your dasha, your antardasha. Okay. That's why I do invite you for your astro guidance. It's going to be down there. I want to see you in the workshop, in the class. That way we can look into your chart. You can ask me question because you will see. It's like, okay, Sal, I am in this dasha. How does this affect? Because we're going to touch a little bit subject of that. Because if you're running a Saturn dasha, this is going to be high time for your career. Remember, Saturn rules Aquarius. And if Saturn rules Aquarius and it's okay, I like this. Okay, Saturn rules Aquarius. See, it's interesting because I have someone who's a moon in Taurus. Okay, the person today has to do something with their car. Today, the person just went to AAA. Okay, because the deeds for the car has to be fixed. And Saturn aspects the fourth house, which is conveyance. It has to happen today. Imagine that. But the car has to be let go also. Then, like, this is how strong it is. Now, as a moon in Taurus, okay, or you have a Rahu in Taurus, ascendant Venus in Taurus, you're running a dasha, and let me spend a little bit more time. Okay, it feels like I'm having one of those moments. Michelle Yao, when she said like, "Shut up," to the timer. Okay, in the Golden Globe. Okay, I'm having that moment because I'm running out of time, and it's like I can beat you up. She said, "I'm Asian, so I can do a Michelle Yao." So she's fair skinned though. I mean, I'm not there. So anyway, so what happens here? Okay, if you're running a dasha in anything related to Taurus, okay, that fourth house will be aspecting anything that you're working hard for the home. It finishes. Because Saturn says, I need to finish this for you so that you can get back to work because this has been stressing you, isn't it not? Your home has been stressing you. Let me finish your problems there. And as a Taurus myself, not that I have problems in my fourth house because I am in the process of building something. Okay? So the building got finished. When you're watching this, because I'm in the middle of construction, hard work was there. 2.5 years to be exact. I can't. 2.5 years for myself. It started pandemic. The contract, the delay, pandemic. Okay. Nobody can get into the building. Yeah, let me be transparent. Oh, I like that word, transparent. Okay. Because my skin is glowing, so let's be transparent. Okay. Okay, so let's share. It's not oversharing. I don't think so. So, because I don't like TMI. Okay. I like TMZ. TMZ, call me. Okay. So the building was purchased. Oh, wow, Sal, dropping not the building was purchased. Okay. Okay, the property was purchased. It is a shell, which requires hard work. I should have seen it. I was bleeding. When I say I was bleeding, I work, and it was an obstacle for me. I work. And remember, okay, for Taurus ascendant, okay, from what I know, your Badaka house is your ninth house because Scorpio Badaka is ninth, then Taurus Badaka is ninth also. Isn't it not? Am I right? If Scorpio is ninth house, then Taurus is ninth house also, right? Okay. So a lot of opportunities you cannot get because Saturn was in the ninth house. Because Saturn is like, no, 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 no. This doesn't come easy for you. This doesn't come easy. You will work. Okay? And you will not win the lottery. No, 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 no. But we may win soon. Okay. So I work 2.5 years of my life and I don't know anymore what to do with my life. Okay. But January 17, okay. The only thing left, which is interesting, that needs to be placed is what? Saturn rules what in Vastu or at home? The toilet. toilet, the toilet, and the sink, and the tub. The rest of the house, done. The tiles, the walls, the glass. No toilet and no sink. And Saturn rules toilets and sink. It may delay a little bit longer, but it's there. I see it. January 17. 2.5 years, I work hard for the property. And this is where Saturn magic comes in. What does magic comes in here, Sal? Okay? Because Saturn guarantees, but does not deny. It didn't deny me of the property. It guaranteed the property. But you, Saturn called me out. You F, you better work. Basically, it was a Britney Spears moment. You better work, BITCH. That's what I got. No opportunities. It didn't come with like, oh, magic. No. No, no, no. No. But here it is now. What you've worked hard for. It's still gonna be, needs maintenance, of course. Probably the payoff would be in the next 5 years. Okay. But I'm committed. That's why I say committed. So if you want to learn, if you're in about property, real estate, I highly encourage you to join the Astro. I spend so much time with you guys. Some people will be jealous. Saturn is not jealousy. Rahu is. Okay. So join me in the Astronova. This is Astronova. No, not yeah. It's the Astro Guidance down there. I want to see you there. Ask me question. Like let's see at your chart. It's gonna be a very lengthy workshop. So I encourage you there. Get your chart. It's in the description. Get the 2023 prediction. And I myself is a walking testimony of of Saturn. Now let me explain. I do have exalted Saturn. If Saturn is debilitated in Saturn in Aries, then it would have been a different story. I would have had financial losses. Okay, I would have had financial losses because Saturn won't be able to give it to me. Because Saturn, if it's in a debilitation sign, it doesn't know what to give. I'm trying my best over here, but I don't know what you need. An exalted Saturn knows what to give. Okay? So, thank you very much. Everything is in the description box below. The Astro Guidance, the Astronova. I highly encourage people to be there. We'll discuss more in the future. I'll see you.